Welcome back to Perfectly Clear. I'm Doug Taylor, and today I'm joined by my co-host Angie and our special guest. In today's episode, we stepped into the luminous world of crystal energy with master teacher and metaphysical guide Klaudija Troskot. Klaudija is a multidimensional healer, jewelry alchemist, and student of ancient traditions like astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry. She's worked with elders, planetary cycles, and energetic principles to craft tools for deep remembrance and soul-level activation. In this conversation, we explore how crystals communicate, how to choose and care for your stones, and what it really means to receive coded messages through crystal grids, divine timing, and intuitive creation. Klaudija shares her wisdom on sacred shapes, energy protection, and how these earth allies can support our healing, awakening, and embodiment. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, this episode will open your heart and deepen your relationship with the crystalline realm. As always, Angie, it's great to have you with us. And Klaudija, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're so welcome.
It's such a powerful journey that you've been throughout astrology and numerology, ancient traditions. I always love hearing from people who deal with different modalities and different energy practices, how they had their first kind of knowing moment, that initial awakening moment. What did that look like with crystals, maybe specifically? Was it a specific stone that you touched, a dream, a teacher, a mentor?
Well, okay, my story's a little full. Like, I know we don't have a lot of time, but I mean, I was brought up in a gypsy bloodline. So I already came in knowing. And It was so funny. I just kind of, before we started, I listened to the interview that your dad had with you, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, okay, she got it at 3 years old. Yep. That's when it's like the whole freaking universe just downloaded into my head at 3 years old, if you understand, right? So what had happened was, with the crystal specifically, was around 15. I was going in and out of maybe 14, 15, I can't remember. But I used to clean a crystal shop in Kleinburg, Ontario. And so I said to her, I said, well, you teach me the crystals and I want to clean your shop. Like, I'll do the dusting, I'll do whatever it takes, right? Mm-hmm. But you give me the teachings. So she was like looking at me like, okay, kid, like, do you have your social insurance number? And I'm like, sure, I can get it for you. So that's what I did. I started working out of her store at the age of 15 and learning about the crystals and the gemstones. And then it just started from there. And my first crystal was moonstone, rainbow moonstone.
I love moonstone.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
So that was the very first.
I love that. I love like that thirst for something, right?
Yeah.
When you get that natural, kind of inclination or connection or
guidance. You
just feel that draw. That was how it was with tarot for me. I had just this innate draw to it. I just knew I needed to explore this.
The tools.
You just reach for something. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And you get to meet a lot of like really neat people, that, around the crystalline kingdom. But and I also, after that, I got so interested in the earth and the crystals and all that stuff. And I actually went to, in 2012, Hot Springs, Arkansas, and dug my first quartz crystal. So I don't know if you ever had a chance to dig your own quartz, but that was an experience and a half. So that's a whole other story. Can have a whole show on just Arkansas quartz.
I'm sure we could dive into that too. But so Klaudija, you studied. I would suggest that you studied under many elders because you did.
Yeah.
So what is one lesson or story that still shapes how you work with crystal energy today?
So how I mostly work with it as a like healing with gemstones. Like my thing is like I help people use the gemstones to heal. like their everyday issues in their tissues, right? So like for me, it's like, my go-to is always quartz, because quartz is like the master healer for all, right? So I always use the quartz family. Like you can use amethyst, rose quartz, right? Citrine. So those are my kind of go-to all the time. It's the crystalline kingdom that I work with.
So let's say someone feels drawn to crystals, but doesn't know where to start. What would be your advice for choosing their very first stone?
Good question. So what I do is, because I do shows across Canada, so I sell my crystals out of like psychic fairs and stuff like that. And what I always say, just see where you're being drawn to. Like, what is the first crystal that's kind of like calling to you? And then I have these little cards that I do write-ups, and then they read the write-up and they're like, holy shit, this is exactly what I needed, right? So they're pretty excited, and it's like your body knows where where the crystalline goes, right? Because our body is crystal, if you think about it, right?
Absolutely. So do you think it's based on energetic need, intuition, birth chart, numerology, or something else entirely?
I think with the crystalline, yeah, absolutely. Like, so I also did a thing where I tracked it with the bloodlines, because crystals have been around for like freaking, I don't even know, since the time of Atlantis. Okay. So they've been around forever. And I just feel certain people like are drawn to a certain crystal because they need the medicine of that crystalline energy. Right. So.
And you talk about divine timing and coded jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain how a piece knows when it's meant for someone? Does it? Do you experience a nudge or download while you're creating?
Okay, so what I do is I actually hand make all the pieces, obviously, right? And then when someone puts it on them, I hear like a click sound on their body. It's kind of an interesting thing. So they put the bracelet and I hear like a click sound. And if I don't hear it, I'm like, I'm sorry, this is not your bracelet. And they get really mad at me. They're like so upset. They're like, what do you mean? You don't want to sell this bracelet? Nope, this is not for you, sweetheart. It's not happening.
That's really amazing because, some people just want to sell a piece of jewelry.
I can't.
And for you, it's no pun intended on money, but it's almost like tailor made.
It is. It's made for their skin suit. Just saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
I love that. I would love to actually, we were kind of starting to get there, but when you create a piece, what does that process kind of look like? Do you maybe cleanse, charge, grid? Yeah. Like walk us through that.
Yeah. So basically even choosing the beads, I have to hand pick them. I'm so picky. And so I have my few suppliers that I've had for 30 years. So when they come in, they're just like, oh no, they don't say that, right? But it's like, when I'm choosing the beads and then I bring them home and then I put them in like I have a singing bowl. I charge them up with the crystalline singing bowl. Some of them are weird. Some of them want to be charged up with like tuning forks or like the Tibetan bowls, right? So they want to be tuned up with that. And then others just want the sunlight. They want to be coated with the sun codes or the moon codes. So yeah, it depends on what I'm tuning in for that specific like fair or show that I'm doing. And I do them in batches. So like once that whole batch is done, it's done. And I'll just say, these were tuned up on the full moon, blah, 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 Sagittarius, whatever you want to call it, right? And people are excited, even though they don't know the what all that means, they still are drawn to it. And I'm like, dude, you need to look this up. Like there's a reason for all this because this is what your energy's clicking to right now. And that's it. I've had some people wear my stuff for almost 2 years and then come for a reading, which I find interesting. Because, then they're like, your bracelet is really like, and they don't take it off. It's so crazy. It will like stay on them for like forever. Or some will just break right off them. It's kind of interesting. It's like the energy has served them and that's all, right? So.
Yeah, I have pretty much. I've had some items, some rings break. I've had some bracelets break. Yeah. And I always, one broke on my fiance too. And she was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, no, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah. It cleared the cooties.
It did what it was supposed to do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love hearing about these different ways to cleanse and charge, because I've only ever done anything charging with moonlight or sunlight, or utilizing amethyst as already pre-cleansed and charged. And, I'm still very new. I love crystals. I felt definitely like a pull towards them over maybe like 8 years ago now. I started to really feel a draw to them. But it's such an incredible world to kind of unlock and piece apart. Now, something that I've always been curious about, and I've gotten kind of different viewpoints on, is how important is the overall, like the shape of a crystal, whether that's, the spheres, wands, raw, polish,
like the moon shape and all that stuff. Yeah. I have some here. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. So with black kyanite, like, how you were talking about the cleansing, right? You can use black kyanite if you want a quick cleanse. Like, let's say you've been out, like, in your jewelry, and you've been in Walmart or, like Cootie Land, right? That's what I call it. You could take the crystal and you just slap the bracelet and it actually cleanses it. So this is like my broom. I always keep it with me. I cleanse my tarot cards, my oracle cards. I just tap them, and you just tap them, and it just, like, 3 times I do it, and it actually cleanses it, like, quickly.
Wow.
Yeah. And even people's bodies too, because sometimes when they come to these, like, psychic fairs, right, there's a lot of psychic energy, like psychic. That's what I call it. Right. So I'm like, dude, you need to calm down. You need one of these. So I always make sure I have extra, and I'm always gifting them out at shows to help people just calm their vibrations down.
It's amazing.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So Klaudija, could you explain to us what sacred geometry is and how you incorporate sacred geometry in your work even?
So are you guys familiar with Metatron's cube or any of the geometry, like the flower of life?
Treat us as beginners. Treat us completely as beginners.
Okay. So there's different symbols. Like the Platonic solids are like circle, square, triangle, the basic science, right? But with me, I work with the Metatron's cube. That's my personal go-to. And basically what it is, it's you in the center, 6 circles around and 6 circles on the outside with a big star kind of like symbol, right? So what it does, it protects me with all the 12 archangels. So when I'm doing my deeper work, is what I like to call it, my energy work, my deeper work, or my readings and my healings that I do with my clients, I always have sacred geometry present in my field, like in my energetic field. So how it came to was I kept because I was really into astrology, but it's more like I don't read astrology. I'm like a sky reader. I read the energetics of the sky. And when these symbols were coming in, like the Reiki symbols were one thing that it opened up all that geometry stuff. So the 3 Reiki symbols, when they started coming in as healing symbols, it started opening up the geometry, like the Metatron's cube, the flower of life, the Merkaba, which is the star tetrahedron, like it looks like a big star shape. I wish I had just to kind of show you guys, but yeah, so what I would do is I would use them as templates, as like a protection or a healing template, the geometry. And then they would communicate on some level. And there's people that actually work with the different shapes and to create crystalline grids across the world that I've worked with as well.
Wow.
Where they grid the ground with different geometry.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of cool.
It is. It certainly sounds.
Yeah.
So how do you experience communication via crystals here and beyond? Is it a visual happening? Is it auditory?
It's auditory. Yeah. For me, it's
or energetic.
I hear.
Oh, you hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first ability is I hear, and then either I see or I just know. I don't even know how I know.
So if we none of us absolutely know how we know,
right?
We just know. And I think, again, we go back to the clairsenses and
the clairaudience.
Okay, so Claudia,
Yes.
when we talked about you put a bracelet on somebody and you hear a sound, would that individual hear the sound as well?
Oh, they feel it. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they feel it. They're like, "Whoa, what was that?" And I'm like, "It's just an adjustment." Like,
Okay. Almost like a chiropractor. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. It's like they get a zing, right? And they're like, "Whoa, what was that?" And I'm like, "That's crystal and power, baby." I'm just joking. It doesn't work for everyone. But yeah, most of the time they really feel it if they're sensitive, right? I mean, the people that I work with are not your regular, I don't know, they're kind of like either coming to me, they're opening up, like as you guys said, they're opening up to their gifts or something, they had a situation, they need protection, they'll come up in those kind of ways. Yeah.
That's amazing. I feel like a common theme amongst so many people that I've been chatting with lately are coming back to the skies because we're having so much back-to-back retrograde, supermoon, more retrograde.
Oh, girl, get ready. I don't even know what to say to them. It's like, it's just been wild. Like, I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years, right? So it's like, it's literally, it's like I started my first psychic fair when I was 20 years old, right? So that was like 30 years ago. And I'm like, holy crap, and it's like, and now people are like, they just know. It's like, I think everybody's soul decided to elevate on some level if they know it or not. So, and they need us.
Yeah, no, it's been insane. I don't think I've had a year like this the past like 3-4 months that like it's been very concentrated even.
Wow. Yeah.
With everything that's been shifting. I do lots. I really feel like I connect more with like lots of energy work. And I feel the shifts like through every fiber of my being. I'm so thrown off emotionally. Everything's happening.
Right.
There's so many right now. We're having lots of time for more like inner reflection and we're revisiting pasts as things start to slow down. Right. And we're having, November, we just had this massive, insane retrograde. Everything.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't even the retrograde. So what was happening is like, so these old patterning systems, right? If you look at, so let's say we were like kind of like stuck in this kind of like certain patterning, like it was a triangle. Okay. If you think of it, it was like a triangle and that triangle is collapsing because there's the 3 points, right, on the triangle. And that whole system is collapsing. And now it's coming more circular. Okay. So it's like everyone is coming like, so things from the past need to come up because if you want to move forward with that, you need to clear that circular, you need to like let a little door open so the shit can be cleared out. And then you got your new circle, like, your new avenue opening up for you, which is kind of cool, which I've been finding too, is like, if you think of Pluto, right? Pluto is the planet of protection. If you don't have proper protection and self-love, the lower energies will affect you.
Yeah.
Right. So protection and self-love. And I don't mean protection where, you're being attacked by some freaking bear and you need protection. Yeah. I mean, like if you're putting new stuff into your circle energy, right? You want to put protection. So it could be good stuff. It doesn't have to necessarily be like shitty stuff all the time. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see how kind of each modality specifically like has been noticing also like a shift in the way that things are opening up. Like I felt very like foggy with my cards a little bit, but my intuition was like sparking like crazy. And I felt very, very sensitive. Have you seen anything kind of popping up with specifically with the crystals as well? Something maybe a little different or shift or something that you've experienced before that's come back up again during this kind of crazy wild time?
Yeah. So with the crystals, what I found is more people are like needing to learn about more of the gridding, like how to grid the crystal or how to grid their homes. They're asking more for that. And I'm like, okay, because they can feel the frequency shifting. So they feel like their home's shifting or like their offices or like, they want a lot of stuff, for their office. So I usually say, get a piece of selenite and put it over like the top door of your office. to protect you, or even in your drawer, like it doesn't matter, right? Because we're going like 2026 is like, in numerology speaking, it's a 10, right? It's a 1 and a 0 before it hits the 1, okay? Which the 1 is you, not you personally, but you, right?
So you got
the brother you. But before you get to, you got the 0 and the 1. So 0 is all about the protection, right? 1 is all about the love. So are you protecting what you love in this new year coming up? Most of us don't protect what we're putting out there. We're just like, go, like we're so used to go, go, go. And I'm like, dude, if you don't protect what you're putting out there, someone's going to take your belief and make you believe what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So have fun with that. So this year, if you do not believe who you are with anything, like with a crystal, if you don't believe this crystal is going to do shit for you, it's not going to do shit. It's just a good paperweight. Thanks for coming out. Like, thanks for buying it. I'm just joking. But do you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
It's like you have to put your love and power into anything you're doing moving forward. Because we just literally, as you said, got rid of a 9-year cycle. We're coming out of a 9-year, close off this chapter. So whenever your I don't know when your birthday is, but like when I go from birthday to birthday, and that's the frequency of the year that you're bringing. So you could take your month and day, right? Okay. And you just add that to the year, and that's how you find out what number you're bringing in for the year, right? Okay. So like personally, I'm bringing in a 4-year. So that's all about stability, healing the mother wound, like all that stuff, right? And then there's certain crystals that I'm using, like a rainbow moonstone or peach moonstone or whatever, because moonstone comes in many spectrums. Moonstone's good for the mother, like clearing the mother shit. Or the malachite, I call it malachite, healing the mother shit. So malachite's a good stone to do that, right? So again, it's like knowing, the more you can know this year, the better that you, or like, getting educated and knowing what you are drawn to and what you love, you'll have a great year. But other people, if they have not done the homework in the last 9 years, it's going to be really tough.
Wow, this is hitting so close to home for so many things that I've been talking about with friends and family members. So this is we could have a whole episode just on this, I think. So
I know. I'm like, I don't even I'm like one podcast. I'm like, okay.
I know.
Right. I'm like, sure. But yeah, it is like the crystals that I picked for 2026. Is it okay if I share them? Like,
yes, please.
Yeah. So I picked garnet, carnelian, amethyst, clear quartz, rose, smoky, and what was the other one? Citrine. And so I picked them for like your wealth, your health, love, relationship, joy, and positivity, right? So garnet is for vitality. Like I love garnet. I take it because I travel a lot. So I take it with me while I travel because it protects, the wearer from, not getting into crazy shit, right? And it also strengthens someone that's going through a really tough time. So I love garnet for that thing. And if you have a shitty bloodline, it really helps with clearing out shitty bloodlines. You can gift it to one of your shitty aunts. I'm just joking. Right. But yeah, like garnet's really good for that. And it's been used through centuries, and a lot of they would wear it in the breastplates, when they would go off to battle or war or whatever. And then carnelian, obviously, there's so much on carnelian. Sometimes you go on TikTok and some of these people with carnelian, and it's like you can attract a partner with carnelian. Really? Is that what you want? Okay. But it's the stone for the artists, right? It's really good if someone is very artistic, musicians, leaders, master teachers. Carnelian brings you back that vitality, back that life force, right? Mm-hmm. And it helps ground the work. It helps protect you from any negativity, any lower vibrations where you're trying to build your artistic talents, right? So those are some of the stones. Yeah. I know we only have a few things, but they can look up the rest. I do have them for sale. So if they want them, they can always contact me as well.
Absolutely.
The kits, yeah.
Klaudija, how can someone deepen their relationship with a stone they already own? Can it evolve with them over time, or can they ask it questions? How can that happen?
Yeah. So what I do is certain stones do have certain duties, you could put stones in your bedroom, right? Like sodalite, amethyst. You can put those selenite in the bedroom to have you like have a good sleep. So they can make a stronger connection that way. Or if they want to wear them or keep them on the body, like, in your pocket, I put mine in my bra, right? So if they want to take it with them, right, they can do that. And then that's how you can create like a relationship with that actual crystal and see what it does for you throughout the day, right? Because there's a lot of like, about amethyst. People use it for different things. Some people use it for anxiety. Some people use it for a good night's rest. I personally can't sleep with an amethyst in my room because I will be dreaming till the cows come home because I'm so open. Like I'll be like, dude, I didn't even know that until like, because someone said, put amethyst in your bedroom. And I'm like, oh, okay, right? Trial and error, right? And I put it in my room and I'm like, dude, I can't sleep with this shit. Like, I need to like offset. I need to pull this out of my room. And that's what I did. Just like,
I had the same thing. I used to sleep with it under my pillow and I was having the most vivid dreams. Intuition was coming through.
Yeah.
People were visiting me in my sleep. And I was like, okay,
forget it.
No, I need to rest. This is supposed to be my time off.
Yeah. Like my third eye's already activated. I don't need help. Right? Right. So I was like, oh my God. So I had to offset it. And I just kind of put like the calmer stones because I'm already like high wired, right? So I need the calming stones, which I use like aquamarine. What's the other one? Like calcites are pretty like calming. The flower agates, like I like the ones that are a little bit more calming for me. Mm-hmm. But yes, and some people can sleep in a room with labradorite, sodalite, and amethyst, and they're cool. They're like out cold, and I'm like, all right, power to you, man. Can't do it. But yeah. So those are little things.
I love that. Do you find that with over time, maybe that crystals for a specific person or a specific purpose might stop working, or maybe they outgrow us or us them?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's usually when, like, I don't know if this ever happens to you, but it's like spirit will say, like, even with Susan, like, it will say, get rid of that crystal. It belongs to someone else. And I'm like, oh no, I just got so used to it. Like what? Right? Like I had an incident. I bought this beautiful, like it looked like a cloud puff. And I was like, I don't even know what it was. I think it was a calcite or something. And it has like little drusies and crystalline in it. And I was like, and my guides are like, nope, that's not for you. That's for Susan. I'm like, damn it. So I'm like, Susan, Spirit said, you need this here. And I gifted her that whole crystal. When it's got to go, it's got to go.
Yeah.
Time to go.
So can you share a moment of transformation, maybe your own or a client's that revealed the deep power of working with crystals, crystal allies?
Oh God. So my biggest like powerful transformation with crystals was being able to dig out my own crystal and just me and Mother Earth. Do you know what I mean? Like the feeling, I can't even describe to you. It's like, if someone can if they really love crystals, go dig your own crystal, because the feeling of you and Mother Earth just being the first to work with it, no other hands has been on it. Such a powerful feeling and transformation.
Amazing, eh?
Oh
Amazing.
God. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Wow. That is phenomenal. I love hearing, because I've met a few people that have actually went and dug out their own crystals, and they have said it's the same thing. It's like, it's so
healing.
It's so connected.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm adding that to the list. That's what we're going to have.
Girl, let me know.
Trip.
Well, you'll need more than a weekend, but yeah, there's certain, like, I don't know if you've ever been up to Thunder Bay.
I haven't been up,
mines,
but yes, yeah. I've always been like, it's been itching at me the past couple of years.
Yeah. So if you even go to Sodalite Mines, which is in Bancroft, Princess Sodalite is the mine. Like those guys are amazing. What was the other one? So there's Thunder Bay, Princess Sodalite Mines, which is in Bancroft, and then Arkansas. Like I know the ladies there, so yeah, it's just amazing. Like so amazing to be able to connect to the people that actually work on the land, and and work with them. It's really cool. Yeah.
Wow.
My next one is Herkimer Diamond. I want to go to New York for the Herkimers. Those are so fun. So
wow.
Let's plan to trip. We can do New York in 2 days. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I learned that I could do New York in one day. So.
Well, there we go. We'll go like dig the crystals. Everyone go shopping.
That's perfect.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite, maybe underrated crystal? I kind of go in waves personally. For me right now, I am obsessed with onyx. My engagement ring is an onyx ring. I feel really connected with it. And it wasn't something that I always was super drawn to, but it was
protection. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been really, I feel so amazing with it now. It feels like part of my hand. It feels like it was always meant to be there. And I've noticed having those feelings with other crystals during certain periods of time in my life where I kind of favor certain ones. So do you have one maybe that's kind of coming into play lately for you?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I have really rare ones that, I mean, they're really hard to work. Like there's one here that I have, like, I'm just looking at it, but I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember the name. So 1 second, I'm just going to show it to you.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know what this is, but like there, I don't know if you could see that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So some of them will just come to me, like my suppliers, or like I'll just like find them. I don't know. It looks like it has smoky in it. And then it's got this white thing, but it's very like, I like working with the rare stones that, not your everyday Joe will like be able to find. Right. But my favorite that kind of, I don't know, like if a lot of people, but I love a rainbow tourmaline. I love the slices. I don't know if you've ever had like a slice of rainbow tourmaline. It's just stunning. I have little baby pieces of it, but yeah, those are my favorite ones. And my go-to is always like lab. I like my labradorites, right?
And Klaudija, do you have a sacred geometry symbol you always return to?
I do, Metatron's cube.
And where can people connect with you?
So I do have Facebook, TikTok. Oh my God, what's the other? Instagram, right? I do have all the media stuff, but I have my website, Divine Guidance with Klaudija, and Klaudija spelled with a KLAUDIJA.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we will make sure to include everything in the show notes and caption, and also linked on our website as always.
Thank you. Yay.
And Klaudija, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
today.
you, guys.
It was really great.
Awesome.
And this episode is a reminder that crystals are more than pretty stones.
Yeah.
They're encoded allies on our soul journey, messengers of ancient earth and cosmic memory. Klaudija's wisdom invites us to listen, to trust, and to reclaim the sacred tools we're all drawn to for a reason. Whether you're holding quartz or simply tuning in, you're being invited to activate the next level of remembrance. And until next time, stay open, stay curious, and trust what you feel.